What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about the wear and tear of one of my most used bags in my collection. This is the Gucci Marmont camera bag. It's kind of like the reloaded version of the Soho Disco. I've had this bag for just over a year now, so I really wanted to give you guys a proper wear and tear update and my thoughts on it since I had the Gucci Soho Disco as well. So if you want to see my thoughts about the wear and tear of this bag, then keep on watching. What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so also I do have a unboxing of this. I have a what's in my bag of this, so now I'm doing the wear and tear for you guys. I'll try and link everything above for you guys, but you can check the channel out if you're more interested in this bag if you're looking at buying it. But first things first, I had the Gucci Soho Disco that was red, just very similar to this, and it was damaged, so the store gave me a credit and I traded it in for this beauty. She is so amazing and slightly larger than the Disco, but I've used it quite a lot because it's an amazing crossbody that you can take with you on trips. It's great because it doesn't have like any patinaing leather or anything like a Louis Vuitton would. It's all basically kind of rainproof, if you will, for the most part. Not saying that I do wear it in the rain, but I'm not as precious about it as some of those other pieces that can get stained quite easily. So I'm going to go ahead and give you a nice close-up view of what she looks like. You can see she still has a lot of really good shine to her. All of the quilting is very much still nice and puffed out. I haven't done any kind of restoration or anything to this bag other than just wearing it and keeping it in its dust bag for the most part. I know a lot of people steam their bags and for this exact reason. So the very obvious signs of wear is that when you wear this as a crossbody, it tends to squish here at the top a little bit more than my Gucci Soho Disco did. The Gucci Soho just kind of gave a slouch, so it kind of slouched like this instead. Where this one pulls, I think it pulls a lot on these chains right here, and it gets very squished almost to a V shape, where this zipper kind of sits down in there just like that. But on the overall, the hardware, it's a really big piece of hardware right there in the front. It's still very much shiny. It hasn't suffered any really big scratches. It is silvering just slightly on the G and the G right here, but on the overall it hasn't had like a big scuff or anything up against like a wall or in a subway or anything like that. And all of the hardware on the sides is still in pretty good nick. There's nothing that I can visibly see that needs to have attention to it other than maybe like a baby wipe. This could probably deal with a good baby wipe at this stage. The zipper is a little bit more tarnished, if you can see. It's very much shiny still here, but it's darker than, you know, these gold accents. I can show you guys how I clean up that type of stuff with Brasso. I've done it before on some of my Louis Vuitton stuff, and I've never filmed it, so if you want to see that, let me know in the comment section below. It was actually really interesting. After I did it, I was like, oh, I should have filmed this for people because I'm always looking at that. But because this zipper gets opened and closed more, it gets a little bit dirtier. So it is a little bit dirty. On the back side, like I said, the quilting is still very much puffy. I don't have any big scratches on this bag. It is a little bit more delicate. It's the Madelay leather. On the bottom where it sits like on a table when you're at lunch, or on the ground if you're somebody who puts their purse on the ground. I like to put mine in my lap just because I know where it is. It's not going anywhere. I'm looking at it now and it still looks really, really good. You can see here, it's still, like I said, very much shining. The strap as well, it's gotten so much softer and more malleable over the year that I've had it. It's quite stiff a little bit when you first get it. It's kind of fussy, but I haven't adjusted the length at all just because I'm short and I'm not growing and nobody else is using my bag. So in terms of these holes, they haven't stretched or looked They don't look like they're getting any wear or anything as well. And there's no cracking or anything that I can see. I know a lot of people tend to get cracking on the straps of their bags. I have not found that at all for this bag yet. Moving on to the inside of the bag, there is just a little bit not dusty, but like I said, it could use a little wipe. It looks to me that I maybe had a pin in this bag at one point, which I don't normally do, but you know how life is, and you're busy and on the run. There's a little bit of pin mark, which maybe I can attempt to get out, but this suede lining on the inside looks really, really good. There's a little mark right here where it looks like maybe I had some lipstick got on it. Inside, I just have 2 little baby Q-tips for some reason. And then the original swatch test. That's like if you want to clean up the bag, you can use that swatch. But everything looks really in good shape. Like I said with my Soho, the lining ripped out. I don't know what had happened to it, but that those discos have like a linen lining on the inside, which definitely is not as tough as this. But all the stitching, everything is still looking really good. The inside of the bag has probably shown more wear than the outside of the bag on the overall. But yeah, I would say my only like complaint maybe about this bag is it does tend to get a little narrow here at the top. I can also try and do like a restoration of this bag and film it for you guys, because I know a lot of people stuff their bags to prevent this from happening, and then you can put it in like a little pillowcase and steam it. Just let me know below if you want to see that, but on the overall, that's probably my only big part that has been worn the most. You can see it's slightly wrinkling here a little bit. The other thing that I noticed before the year was even up, sorry, I'm getting very close now, is there's glazing. So there's a glazing here, which you can see. There's a glazing right along here, right along the rim of this leather, and it is chipped away on quite a few spots. So it may need to be taken in to be reglazed at some stage, but right now I think, you know, it's probably okay. Another thing is the piping. So a lot of your wear comes around from these piping little areas. It's probably the first thing to hit the bump or the scuff. There's some slight color transfer on this bag and some slight wear. So on the corner of this bag right here, you see it's just slightly scuffed, slightly discolored. This is the front side of the bag. You can see right there. It's gotten a little bit of scuffing, but on the overall, I mean, it's a year. This bag, I've had it and I've worn it every day. I'm not like leaving it in my cupboard for a special occasion. This is very much a day bag. The piping does get a little bit scuffed, but I mean, looking at it from here, and I've got all the lights and the cameras on it, I mean, she's still shining and having her moment, still very much like wearable. I wouldn't sell it now or anything. So in terms of would I buy this bag again? Yes and no. After I bought this bag, I bought it because I was kind of tired of the Soho Disco and I wanted something new in my collection. This is really good value for money. It's that beautiful GG. I have the super mini Marmont as well, and I've just loved it, so I really wanted another Marmont collection piece. I feel like it's pretty classic. But the Gucci Soho Disco is quite understated and cute and very casual. Sometimes I feel like this one's a little bit much. Maybe also it's a little bit longer, so it feels a little bit grannier, if that makes sense. So yes, I would buy it again because it's great value for money. It fits a ton of stuff. It's done everything that I wanted it to on all my trips and stuff. And I've had no real problems with it. But if I had the chance to trade it in right now, I might go back to the Soho Disco. I don't know what it is about it. Even though I had the lining on the inside of the one mess up, I still loved that bag. Maybe at some stage I'll find a different one on a resale market or something, but I do love this bag, and I know a lot of girls are curious. I've gotten some comments in the comment section below to do this video, so I finally have sat down and had some time to do this video for you guys. So that's pretty much my final thoughts on this 1-year update. You will notice the more you wear this bag, you'll get a little bit of like dust that settles in here at the bottom of your GG. So just try and be mindful. Maybe once a month, put a reminder, just give all your bags a little baby wipe, dust them off, or remind yourself to put them back in the dust bag if you're busy like me and you don't always get a chance to do that. So I hope that this has been really informative for you guys. I love to watch these before I buy a new bag to make sure that it's going to last a long time too. So it really has. It's an awesome bag. It's lasted me a really long time so far, and I hope to have it for quite a few more years while it's still very much in style and cute. But yeah, now that I'm seeing her out, she's all just perfect, perfect, perfect. So I'm definitely going to change my bag out today and use her for a little bit. But I hope this gave you some good insight, some good information. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section for me below. Subscribe if you're new. I make new videos every single week on beauty, fashion, luxury, and lifestyle. I have a wedding series, a home renovation series. Just go check the page out. There might be something there for you that you like. Be kind to one another, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.